Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This is a sad day in America. There are people who have to choose between paying their bills and eating a decent meal. All I hear is that we have a spending problem. We have a spending problem. We have a spending. Well, I want to be sure we do not try to solve our spending problem on the backs of the poor, the backs of children, and on the backs of our senior citizens. We have been cutting services for the poor, children, and seniors for years. Go back and look at the record, and you will see that this is a fact. And if you add up all the money we are spending on children and seniors, it would not begin to make a dent in the federal deficit. We spend less than 10% of the budget on children. That means we are not seriously investing in the future of this nation. When we cut programs like WIC, we are literally taking food out of the mouths of babies. And I say our priorities are certainly misguided or upside down. When we cut tens of millions of dollars from juvenile justice delinquency programs, then we better get ready to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on more prisons. And when we cut Medicare, we really do a disservice to the senior citizens in this country. When we look to save money by cutting Medicare and Social Security, senior citizens have worked all of their lives, putting a good portion of their paycheck into a system that paid for the well-being of their parents and grandparents. If the truth is to be told, today's seniors have paid more than $2.5 trillion extra into Social Security, so that it would be safe, and here we are talking about making cuts. When President Ronald Reagan signed the law to increase the payroll tax, it was to make sure Social Security would be there for future generations. But the government spent the money, and now we want to make seniors pay again. That is wrong. Our senior citizens have paid enormous sums of money into Medicare, and now people are talking about ending it as we know it. Certainly, rising health care costs is causing Medicare problems, but we can fix those problems without making it a voucher program. I call on my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to take a deep breath and think clearly about what we are doing. Children and seniors are the most vulnerable citizens in our country. They are depending on us to use sound judgment and not be swayed by the political gamesmanship. I stand here this morning to tell you that I intend to fight for the well-being of our children and our senior citizens. And I'm going to fight for the well-being of them. Of course, we need to uncap, and get some real balance to this discussion. I think that we need to have a serious discussion recognizing the fact that our children and our seniors must be protected. And of course, every time I hear one of our members talking about the fact that we need to cut Medicare, we need to cut WIC, we need to cut, and I think that we need to stop and take a real deep breath and recognize that when we do that, we have to end up creating other things, and we do not save money. On that note, I yield back.